With the most in-depth high school football coverage in Green Country, Fox 23 presents High School Football Tonight.
It's the semifinals of this year's high school football state tournament, and that means all it takes is 2 more wins to raise a gold ball. It's the semifinals of this year's high school football state tournament, and that means all it takes is just 2 more wins to raise a gold ball. All roads lead to Edmond. And this is the last stop before you get there. So sit back and relax, because this playoff edition of High School Football Tonight starts now.
You're watching High School Football Tonight on Fox 23!
What's going on, everybody? Appreciate you joining us for this special playoff edition of High School Football Tonight. We are in the state's semifinals with 15 teams left standing. Now, a few of those teams were in action tonight, including over in 6A1. We had a doubleheader of action going on over at Catoosa. All 4 teams left were right here in our backyard, including the first game of the night that had Bixby squaring off against Broken Arrow.
The Spartans trying to punch their ticket to the state title game for the 12th straight year, while BA was trying to make it back for the first time since they won it all back in 2018. First quarter, and Bixby's defense was making some noise early. Emery Snyder comes up with the pick. Bixby's defense had 4 interceptions on the afternoon, and they would turn it into some points in a hurry. Carson Kirby dropping back, looking across the middle, and he finds Connor Arant. That's good for a 19-yard score. Spartans up 6-0. Later on in the quarter, after the Tigers got a field goal, Bixby would do this. Jack Gill takes the direct snap, follows his blockers, and he walks on in. To the second quarter we go, and the Spartans still rolling. Kirby this time keeps it himself, gets to the outside, and he's high-stepping his way on in for the score. Bixby up 21-3 at the half. In the second half, though, it was BA that came out swinging. They went on a 13-play drive before Samaj Stampert just able to break the plane for the score as Broken Arrow got back within 11. But Bixby would have the answer. Braden Presley with a great cut, and then the Oklahoma State commit shows off the speed. How about a 62-yard house call? And then just a couple of possessions later, the Spartans would go for the knockout punch. Jason Mall takes it in off the jet sweep. He had a monster game, finishing with 137 yards on the ground as Bixby is headed back to the big one, 49-17 the final.
Go ball, 3, 1, 2, 3, go ball! Feels great. I tell you what, a very stressful game, very stressful week, but we're super thrilled to be here, and hats off to Coach Hill and his team. They did an excellent job, had an excellent year. Super proud of the job he's done with those guys.
So Bixby is headed back to the state title game. Feels like they make this trip every single year. Now, before we find out just who they're going to be playing, let's head over to 6A2, where perhaps the best game of the entire year was happening tonight. Sand Springs, the #1 ranked team, squaring off against Putnam City. Kaylee Carnine made the trip over to Edmond, and she joins us now live. And Kaylee, a little windy, little cold out there, but you got to see one of the best games you'll see this year.
Yeah, Spencer, even though it's Black Friday, neither one of these teams were giving out any discounts. This was a fight till the end, both entering with a 9-2 record and both trying to make it back to the state championship. And this one was a wild one. Sand Springs making the 80-mile journey down to Edmond, chasing a trip to the championship for the first time in 10 years. But the Pirates jumped out to a quick lead. The Sandites were down 20, but they weren't going down without a fight. On 4th and 8, they roll the dice. Easton Webb looks to pass, then tucks it and takes off. Keeps the drive alive, and look out below, straight into your living room. Couple plays later, it's 4th and 12 this time. The Sandites stay ready. Webb airs one out to Paxton Salazar. We get another front row seat. And oh yeah, that's gonna move the chains. Help set up this. Easton Webb showing off the wheels this time. He races all the way into the end zone to cut the lead to 13. but it's 27-7 at the half. Sandites score right after recess to make it 27-14. And then to the fourth quarter we go. Just 5 minutes left in the game, and the Sandites are on the one. Brock Odell zigzags his way through defenders, and he hits pay dirt. Just like that, it's a one-score game, and there's new energy on the Sandites side. Defense gets a stop, and the offense takes the field with just a minute left. 30 seconds to go. Clock running down. Webb gonna hold on to it. Does he get it? He does. Sand Springs storms all the way back. And then with the game on the line, they decide to go for two. Brock Odell powers through. And he's in the end zone. And it's absolute madness. Sand Springs storms all the way back. Well, what a game. Sand Springs takes this one 28-27, the final. They did not allow any points scored in the second half, storm all the way back. An incredible game. They move on to the state championship game where they'll take on Choctaw. In Edmond, covering News That Matters, Kaylee Carnine, Fox 23 Sports.
What an incredible comeback there by the Sandites. Going to the state title game for just the third time in program history, and to decide to go for two right there, Bobby Klink making his money right there. All right, now we already saw that Bixby is headed to the 6A1 title game. It's time to find out who exactly will be joining them. Now we had to buy a little bit of time because this game was just wrapping up, and it was another thriller. Second-ranked Jenks taking on third-ranked Owasso over there in Catoosa in the night camp. Devin Lyon was covering the game for us tonight, and he joins us now live. Devin, hard to beat the game we just saw, but you got to see an incredible game as well tonight.
Spencer, the game and the energy tonight was just unmatched. Not only did the game just end, but that downpour carried through the fourth quarter and just now turned off for us. But hey, this is playoff football. Here's a look at how things went down. Two rivals meeting in the semifinals of the playoffs. The Owasso Rams taking on the Jenks Trojans, hoping for a shot at the championship. Number 2, KD Jones for Jenks, looking to break a school rushing record this game. It's cold, it's windy, but this is playoff weather. Let's get to it. Owasso with the ball first quarter. Rams with great field position. Running back number 2, Jaden Hall, takes the direct snap. Up the middle, spins out of a tackle, stays on his feet, and he will score. Rams up first, 6-0. Trojans punt. Rams again with the ball in a great spot here. Number 6, Drew Fringenfield takes the snap, drops back, finds Jaden Hall again. He spins and scores into the end zone. Rams early lead, 12-0. Owasso extending their lead here again. Frankenfield keeping it for himself. Touchdown, Rams 19-0. Owasso up 26-0 here, kicking off. Number 2, Caden Jones fields it around the 30. He cuts up the middle. He finds an opening. He's loose and takes the ball all the way for a touchdown. Jenks on the board, trailing 7-26. Trojans kicking off. Very next play. Number 13, Cole Campbell for Owasso, fields at midfield. He wants one. He finds an opening. Back-to-back kick returns for a score. Rams take a 33-7 lead. Late second quarter now, Jenks with a good drive. 4th and goal on the 1. Number 2, KD Jones again takes it under the center. Takes him a minute, but it is a touchdown. Jenks closes the gap, 14-33. Trojans would score once more to end the half, closing the gap, but Rams still ahead, 33-21. Jenks would rally all the way back, tying it at 36, but it would be Owasso who took the lead with a 15-yard field goal, 39-36 to end the game. Owasso advances to the championship for back-to-back years. On Jenks side, KD Jones actually did get that rushing record, and that closes out a great season for Jenks. Owasso Rams is moving on for one last game and a shot at a gold ball. Spencer, I'm going to send it back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Devin. That means we get a rematch of last year's title game. Bixby squaring off against Owasso next week. Can't wait for that one. All right, it is time for our last commercial break. But coming up next, we're going to head over to Class B and check in on a couple of our 8-man teams trying to make their way over to Edmond as well. Keep it right here.
You're watching high school football tonight on Fox 23.
Welcome back. Let's check in on some Class B teams of ours playing in state semifinal games. Walika trying to make it back to the state championship game, and that is going to help right there. That was Isaiah Drake powering that one in from 5 yards out. His second of the night. He'd add another one to ice it just a few plays later, and the Outlaws are headed back to Edmond 52-28, the final over there. Meanwhile, over in B1, we had another really good matchup going on as well. Dewar is the defending state champs. They were trying to make their way back as well, and I tell you what, they were doing a number tonight. Braylon Lewis runs that one in for the score. They had lots and lots and lots of those tonight. 72 points for them as the Dragons are going to roll in that game, 72-24. They are headed back to the title, trying to make it back-to-back championships as well. All right, that is all the time we got for you tonight, but thank you so much for tuning in. Before we let you go, we want to show you some of the highlights one more time from tonight. Congratulations to all of our teams that are moving on to the state championship, and we will see you guys back here next week with a chance at a few of our teams raising that gold ball. Have a great weekend, everybody.